Coach, if you could just start with an opening statement.
First, give Belmont a lot of credit. You know, obviously a major program. They've been a class of the league since they joined, you know, between them and Murray State. So, you know, give credit where it's due. I mean, they played a good ball game, you know, and their players made plays down the stretch. And I think that was the difference. You know, but like the guys just said, you know, we played with a different attitude in the second half. You know, they outscored us by, I think, 16 points in the paint, you know, to start the game. You know, and in the second half, you know, again, we kind of turned the tables on. I think we got them by 12. But we've got to find a way to play with that mentality out of the gates.
They had that 11-0 run to end the first half, and that kind of got you guys kind of in a little deficit there. You had a fight back from that early second half.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're used to being down, you know, at halftime. And for whatever reason, we've started slow more times than what we haven't. So, you know, again, we've been in a lot of situations as a team. I don't think there's anything we're going to come across moving forward that we haven't seen, honestly, from an offensive, defensive style of play, whatever the case is. So, you know, that's the one thing about our schedule. You know, our non-conference strength of schedule is 47 in the country. And I think that's made the guys battle-tested. You know, so they don't really get rattled. You know, I give a lot of credit to them for that. You know, you got a new group, they really don't get rattled. They stay the course and continue to fight.
John, is it just a matter of having that intensity and consistency the whole game from start to finish? And sometimes that comes and goes, but is that sort of what you need? I mean, there's flashes of brilliance there sometimes, or, you know, good play, and then other times there isn't. Just a matter of putting the whole package together.
Yeah, no question about it. You got to find a way to play two halves. I mean, I think we're continuing to mature. A lot of it is maturity and discipline, honestly, more than anything else. It's just a matter of, you know, one or two guys have got to find a way to reach the group. You know, we're searching, you know, and it's somebody different every game, you know, and you got to find a way to be a little more consistent across the board.
The way Simmons played the second half, that's got to help his case. He, you know, didn't score in the first half, and then he gets 21, so he's probably one of those guys that, you know, maybe a little work in progress, but if he keeps improving, it could really help himself.
He has a lot of ability. I mean, I think you saw flashes of that tonight. I mean, he's found ways to impact defensively and rebound. That's why he's in the starting lineup. Today his offense came, and like he said, he's put a lot of work in. He really has. I mean, as have all the guys. You know, but when you put the work in, the game finds a way to give it back to you. I was glad to see him have a little success tonight, you know, and hopefully he can build off of that.
I don't know what Murray State's got with Bradshaw and Brad. That's a pretty good inside-outside combination that Belmont's got there.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, those guys are, you know, all league caliber guys. I mean, I don't do the voting, but, you know, both those guys are good players, and, you know, that's what great players do. They step up and they make plays. You know, whether you're in your gym at home, you're on the road, you know, you find ways to help your team get over the hump, and they did that tonight.
I know the wins aren't coming as quickly as we'd like, but can you see the red aspects coming together to see this team improving?
I think we're growing. I really do. You know, and like you said, our record doesn't show it, but I mean, it's been a very challenging schedule to this point. You know, even the Open OVC played 3 out of 4 on the road. You know, your lone home game is against the #1 team in the league. So, you know, it's a tough stretch. You know, and again, I give our guys a lot of credit because they continue to fight. They continue to scratch. They continue to claw. They come to practice every day, willing to work. You know, nobody's defeated. Nobody's given up. And they're going to continue to push, and we'll make We'll make progress. We really will.
How much has Carlos improved since the start of the season? He seems to be doing a lot of things consistently for you.
He is. He's probably been one of our more consistent guys, and it's crazy to think as a freshman, you know, the kid's got a lot of potential. But he's growing. I mean, I think a lot of that's confidence. You know, a lot of it is really he's stepped in, started every game, but again, he's trying to find his way. You know, and now I think he's starting to see what his role is, where he can score, where he can, you know, defensively what he needs to do, and he's growing mentally more than anything. But he's taking steps forward. You know, Jake has been really good for us the last several games. It's good to see CJ's assist numbers go up tonight. You know, we've got some guys. Mike Chandler hadn't played in probably 6 or 7 games. I mean, he gave us big minutes tonight. So, you know, individually, I think our guys are growing. You know, and our team will see that success before long.
Coach Bird mentioned that, you know, we talked about the conference, how usually Belmont and Murray State are up there. But he thinks it's sort of going to be really congested this year on both sides. Talked about you guys have improved, you know, since last year, and obviously you haven't seen everybody play everybody in the conference yet. But you see could be, you know, pretty hard fought all the way through the conference.
I really do. I mean, I think every game, honestly, is going to be very similar to this one. You know, obviously there's different styles, but I think there's going to be a handful of possessions that decide the majority of our games. You know, I'd like to think that Tennessee Tech performance is kind of an anomaly for us. You know, I don't think there'll be very many 15, 20-point games. I really don't. Whether we're involved in them or not, I just think across the league, there's good basketball, good coaches in this league, and all the teams, from what I've seen, have gotten better. You know, and it's going to be a dogfight. It really is.
And then it gets down to how you close them out, I guess. You know, who can close out the game better if they're going to be close, and that's something you learn. One of the things, the process, the growing process, how to close out games.
No question about it. I mean, it's going to come down to a handful of possessions. You know, whether it's offensive, defensive. I mean, you can't turn the ball over. You got to find a way to get a good shot. You got to find a way to get a key defensive rebound or steal or lose the ball or something like that. So, you know, I really think it's going to be 3, 4, 5 possessions that decide the majority of these games.
Anything else for Coach? Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.